Secretary Burgum, great to see you. Thanks for coming on. Talk to me about this announcement by the Department of Interior, why this was made, why the Navy, and how this works with enhancing border security, sir.
Well, Sean, great to be with you. And yes, we have a person to thank, two presidents to thank. One is President Trump, who's protecting our border. The other is President Theodore Roosevelt. In 1907, he came up with an idea about the fact that the southwestern border could be in the future a place where there might be, as he called it in his executive orders, illegal smuggling. He created an opportunity for us as Interior, which controls 41% of the southwestern border from the Gulf of America to the Pacific. 41% of that is land that is managed by the Interior. We have an opportunity to take a strip of land right along the border, transfer it to the military for a 3-year period, which then, if someone crosses into our country and steps on that, they're stepping on a military installation. That gives our troops that are down there working to secure that border more authorities about detaining people if they step on that land. It helps improve the security. We've done this already early in this Trump administration in New Mexico, along a strip that ran across most of New Mexico, now doing it in Southern California, near the Pacific, because this is obviously an area of high traffic. When I was governor, we had troops stationed in this area, National Guard helping out the federal government on the border. I've been down there myself as governor just over a year ago and saw again the tremendous gaps that we have in security that are there. Of course, now under President Trump, the border is secure. This is one step to make it even more secure.
Mr. Secretary, is it reservists that are going to be in that area, or is it active duty Navy? Do we know?
Well, this will be up to the Navy in terms of who they want to deploy there. But what we've been able to do with this 3-year land transfer, again, following the law that exists, that's on the books for exactly a vision like this, where we want to have a more secure border, to be able to essentially create a military zone along a short strip just inside the border continuously across the area that we've designated. So, but again, we're working in very close coordination with the Department of War and with all the other agencies. So Pete Hegseth, Kristi Noem, Tom Homan, everybody that's working on the border. Interior has been a partner with all of them because of this tremendous amount of land that we have on our side of the border.
Yeah, this is what the voters wanted. We're watching, again, the movement there, militarized zone. Mr. Secretary, I wanted to move to this. Gas prices. Let's talk about that. This is great news, continuing to drop all across the nation. These are just a few headlines that we were able to pull here, touting the progress being made by the administration, the Trump administration, to ease the pain at the pump that so many Americans felt through the Biden administration for 4 years now. AAA has the national average gallon of gas at $2.88. There are some now, Mr. Secretary, as you know, that are even below $2 a gallon. We've seen some viewers send pictures of those in. Talk about the efforts to establish energy independence and dominance. Do you think that is the reason that we're seeing lower gas prices for Americans?
Well, policies drive pricing, and President Trump's policies lower the price of gas. These national averages is great news. They're coming down. They're coming down very quickly. But if you drill down between red states and blue states, you're going to see a dramatic difference. I mean, the blue states are where you're going to see in California. Talking to people out there, some people are seeing a 5 in front of the number. Some of that is state taxes, but some of it is the war on energy. California used to have 40 refineries. Now they've got 8. 2 more, Valero and Chevron, announced they're going to close down. California is importing 63% of their oil from foreign countries, coming by ship into San Francisco Bay and into Long Beach. When they shut down these refineries, California is going to be importing refined products like gasoline. California's got as many internal combustion machines. They have more internal combustion cars than any other state even has all cars, vehicles. I mean, they're the biggest driving state in the nation, and had some idea at the state level that they're going to get rid of internal combustion machines by a certain date. So their prices are going to maybe continue to rise. It's a national security risk for our country that a place like California has to import foreign oil. Meanwhile, if you go to states that are following President Trump's lead, you're going to see like these low gas prices. And so in some cases, it's almost double what it is. I mean, double LA versus Houston. It's, $2.44 versus $5. I mean, this is a huge tax on anybody living in California.
Yeah.
So it's again, the averages are great that are coming down, but they'd be coming down a lot faster if we had everybody on board with President Trump's common sense energy policies.
Absolutely. I can't let you go without asking about the brand new year 2026, less than 2 weeks away from that. As the Secretary of the Interior, moving into a brand new year, sir, what is top of mind for your office, maybe an accomplishment you want to make sure that gets done next year?
Well, it's a tremendous opportunity to lead the Department of Interior. We have the largest balance sheet in the world if we were a standalone company, 500 million acres of public land that we have the honor of managing and maintaining, 700 million acres of subsurface rich with minerals, 3.2 billion of offshore acres from American Samoa, Guam, where we've got many of our troops stationed, all the way to the U.S. Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. All of this under the management of Interior. And this is the giant balance sheet, and under President Biden, horrible returns. We had stopped, they were trying to shut down grazing, timber development, oil and gas development, mining. So when we look at the next year, we're talking about how do we do with this? When these public lands were set aside, they were set aside for the benefit and the use of the American public. We want to make sure that the American public is getting a return. The American public owns part of the national debt. They also, thankfully, own part of the national assets, and our assets completely outstrip are the debt that we have as a country, but we have to turn those assets responsibly into energy, critical minerals, timber, all the things that will make America more affordable, make us more competitive, and bring prosperity at home. Interior is playing a big part in that. We're excited for the new year, grateful for all the people that are in the Trump administration that are getting that done for the American people, and of course, grateful for President Trump.
All right, reversing previous policy from the previous administration moving into 2026. Secretary Doug Burgum, Secretary of the Interior. Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Sean. Thank you. Thanks for all you do.
You got it.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.